Hey you guys, this is Malay and thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. And if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. And as you can see, we've already done her eyebrows with a product from Vinique Beauty in the shade Ebony. And for this look, we're going to work with the crayon case. And the colors I've chosen from the palette, I'm going to work with brown, tan, and a little bit of black. We're going to create kind of a smoky, a light smoky eye look. And the key to it is blending, having a good blending brush and really working that product into your skin. And for her base on her eyelids, I use LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Toast and Toffee. I mix those two colors together. We're gonna just continue working that product in. And also to set her eyebrows, I use the clear product from NYX. And I just use that to comb through and set her eyebrows to make sure that everything stays set and that they last for a long time. And I'm blending that brown in under the other eye as well in the crease. And you see, as you can see, I'm using a twirling motion, so just keep working that product back and forth. So you want your eyeshadow to lay on smoothly. You don't want to see any hard lines or creasing. And once I get that brown worked in good, I'm going to go in with the shade black. And I'm going to go very lightly to build that color up. You don't want to go in too heavy and make it too dark, depending on what type of look you're trying to achieve. And we're going to just work that into her lower crease. And just keep blending. Blend, blend, blend. That is the key. Blending. And you can see I'm doing it in a circular motion. You want to work that product in real good. That way the lines fade together. You don't see a harsh line. And we're going to blend that same color on the other eye. And like I said, very lightly, because you could build. If you're trying to go darker, start soft. That way you could work your way up. If you go in too heavy when you first start out, then you have to take everything off and start all over again. It's kind of hard to tone it down. And just keep working that black in the lower crease. And we're going back to make sure everything is blended out well. Then we're going to go in with that brown again above, just to make sure those lines are blended well together. So we're taking that transition brown. And we're just going to work that in good. And then under her brow bone area, I'm going to go in with the shade Tan. And just keep blending. Now we're going to apply that tan. And I leave my concealer under there to set, it's to serve as a purpose of like my highlight, but I wanted to kind of sit under her eyebrows with the shade tan because I like the way the colors oxidize together real well. I'm going to just blend that out very softly. And we're just going back double checking, making sure everything is blended together well. Now we're going to do her eyelid with this Colourpop palette. And it's like a rose gold shade that I'm going to use. I'm going to just go in and pat that over both eyelids. And then once we get it worked in, we go back in and we're going to use our transition at brown again to make sure that there's no harsh line to blend everything together well. And just keep applying it to the eyelid. As you can see, I've used a lot of that one, so that was kind of my favorite go-to color out of the palette. I really like that shade. Now we're blending that color out. And make sure there's no harsh lines. And as you can see, I'm kind of lifting her eyebrow on each eye just to raise it where I could get in that crease good. Now we're going to apply her lashes. And these were some lashes I purchased from CVS. They sent me a lot of coupons. So this was a pack that were by, I think, Kiss. And they were described as mink lashes. So they were a little thicker. I kind of like the texture of them. I like the flare to them. To me, they kind of look more like a wispy. And when you're applying that lash, you want to get all the way close to her hairline, her lash line. And sit that lash right on top, that way you can't see any spacing in between your regular lashes and the actual lash. And then you want to shape it. So I normally sit it in the middle, and then I work from inside to outside, or vice versa. That way you make sure they're lined up evenly. And the lash glue of choice I used was by Duo. I like the Duo glue. And the trick to it is you put the glue on the lash. You allow it to sit for about 45 seconds so it could get tacky. If you're close to a light bulb or some type of lighting that's heated, you could hold it up to that light and that'll help it start setting and get tacky. And then you apply it and it goes on and sits well. But if you try to put the glue on there and immediately try to apply it, it's going to slide everywhere because that glue has to set and get tacky. Now we have both of her lashes applied. Now we're going to apply a little mascara. And I think this is a Maybelline mascara. And just hold her eyelid softly and apply your mascara, excuse me. Next thing we're gonna go in is with a eyeliner from Kiss Cosmetics. and apply that to her waterline. Now we're going to go back in and apply some mascara to her bottom lashes to give them a little volume so they could pop. And I use the sponge to kind of keep the mascara from getting on the face. My choice of face moisturizer is from Pond's. They have one that's good for dark spots. That's what this one is for. It's a dark spot corrector. They have one for anti-aging, and I forgot what the other one is for, but it's 3 different. One is blue, one come in a pink one, and one come in a gray one. And I find that they work real well. So this client has troubles with little dark spots on this side of her face. But she's been working with a dermatologist that has really helped her skin smooth out real well. So our choice of foundation is from MAC Cosmetics, and we're using MAC's MatchMaster in the shade 8.5. Real great product. It doesn't have much of an undertone at all to it. It don't really show an undertone. That's why I love it so much. And it's good for oily skin. So if you have trouble with sweating and oily skin and you want a product that's going to last you 10 to 12 hours, this is the product to use. I really love this product. And we're just going to buff that in all over the client's skin. And the brush I'm using is from Real Technique. I really love their brushes. They last a very long time. No matter how many times you've washed it, the bristles do not shade, and they do not come apart because I soak my brushes. So I really love their products. She really liked the outcome of her look. She loved the outcome of it, the way this foundation is set for her. You're gonna get that work thing real good all over. Make sure you get under the eyes as well. Then I go back in with a damp beauty blender to remove any excess and to just kind of smooth the finish of the foundation out. And you just go in a patting motion. To set, we're going to use BenNye Dolce. So I added the translucent powder and let it set, and now I'm sweeping away the excess. Now we're going to use Covergirl Queen in the shade Ebony Bronze to do her contour. And this is another brush from Real Technique that I'm using. We're just going to apply that right in the crease of her cheeks. And I kind of use the earlobe to kind of follow the direction that I'm going to go in the direction that the area that the product should be placed. Then we also have to contour her nose. So we take a skinnier brush and just run it down each side from the top of the inner corner of the eyebrow and bring it down. Buffing that contour in some with another Real Technique brush. Now we're going to go back in with that same translucent powder, and we're going to clean up our contour. So we want it to be even on each side. So sometimes I use this white sponge, or sometimes I use the beauty blender as well to apply it. And then we let that set, and then we're going to sweep that extra product away. And as you can see, we're sweeping it away. And it gives your contour more structure. Now we're going to go in with the Anglowla from the Crayon case and apply that to the apples of her cheeks for our highlight and to the bridge of her nose. And this product is very, very pigmented. It gives a very bold glow, so just a little goes a long ways. So start light and work your way up depending on how bold you want your highlight. And just blend that out so it don't look like it's just sitting on the cheek. And sometimes I use this type of brush, or sometimes I use the fan brush as well. So there is a fan brush you could use to apply this product. And then I take a smaller brush and I apply it to her nose. And bring it down. Now we're going to go back in with the damp beauty blender just to remove a little excess and kind of set it. set her look, I used my organic Rosewater setting spray from MakeupByMalay Cosmetics. So we just mist it all over the face and just let it fall and let it set. And it's going to lock everything in. It works good for sensitive skin, and it works well as a toner for your skin as well. To line her lips, I'm using a brown pencil, lip pencil from NK. It's Nika, I think how you pronounce it. For her lip color, I'm going to use a nude shade lip gloss from MAC Cosmetics in the shade Spike. And we're going to apply that to her lips. She wanted a very soft look on her lips. And we're just making sure everything is evenly distributed and everything is blended well together. And there you have her final look. It came out flawless. Flawless, flawless. And I really love creating soft looks like this. Those natural looks work pretty much with anything. All right, she got that highlight, baby. And she's working that look. And she loves it, she loves it. And there you have the final look on the beautiful Evelyn. And thank you for watching, and make sure you hit that subscribe button and follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and like my Facebook page at MakeupByMalay. Thank you.